Hey everyone, and welcome! Today, we're diving into one of the most unique and emotional instruments you'll ever hear. We're going to unlock the secrets of the oboe.
Okay, think about it for a second. You're watching some epic fantasy movie. Maybe the hero is looking out over this massive, sweeping landscape, or maybe it's a really sad scene. There's always this one sound that just cuts through everything else. It's super clear, a little sharp, but just packed with feeling.
Well, chances are that incredible sound belongs to the oboe. It might look kind of simple on the outside, but trust me, it's packed with secrets that give it this amazingly powerful and expressive voice. And today, we're going to figure out what they are. So, what is the big secret? Well, it all starts with the oboe's engine room, this tiny but totally mighty piece of gear called the double reed.
You know how you can make a squeaky sound by blowing on a blade of grass between your thumbs? The oboe's double reed works on pretty much the same idea, just way more advanced. It's literally two super thin pieces of cane, carefully tied together. When an oboist blows air through them, they vibrate like crazy and create the instrument's signature sound. This tiny thing is the source of all the oboe's power.
And get this, that little reed is so incredibly delicate and has such a massive impact on the sound that most professional players don't just buy them in a store. No, they actually spend hours and hours carving, scraping, and tying their own reeds by hand just to get the perfect tone they're looking for. It's a serious craft.
So, how does it all come together? I mean, on paper, it sounds pretty straightforward, right? You take a breath, you make the reed vibrate, you press some keys to change the notes, and bam, music. But that first step, the breath, is a much bigger deal than you might think.
So once you've kind of figured out the reed, it's time to level up and tackle the keys. And this is where things get really complicated.
Yep, you are seeing that correctly. The modern oboe has over 45 keys. 45! That is a ton of keys, and is one of the main reasons the oboe has a reputation for being one of the most challenging instruments to master.
The best way to think about it is like this. If a simple instrument like a recorder is your classic old-school game controller, then the oboe is like a pro gamer's custom controller with extra paddles and buttons all over the place. You've got keys for your fingers, your thumbs, even for the sides of your hands. It's wild.
And to make it even crazier, your hands are doing totally different things at the same time. Your left hand is holding the instrument steady and working some really crucial keys, while your right hand is flying all over the main tone holes to change the pitch. It's like learning hundreds of complex button combos just to play one song.
And all that intense finger work has to be backed up by some serious physical skill. You don't just blow into an oboe. You have to use your breath with incredible precision and power. It's basically a full-body workout that takes the kind of control you'd expect from a professional athlete.
But the oboe doesn't roll solo. It's actually part of a whole family of instruments that all share that same double reed DNA, and each one has its own unique voice.
So first up, you have the original oboe, the one we've been talking about, clear and expressive. Then you've got the Cor Anglais, which is kind of like its bigger, lower-pitched sibling. It has this cool bulb-shaped bell at the end, which gives it a warmer, more mellow vibe. And right in the middle, there's the oboe d'amore. Its pear-shaped bell creates a tone that's just incredibly sweet and gentle. They're like a little musical crew, each with its own personality.
So where did this cool instrument and its family even come from? Well, the oboe has been on a pretty epic journey through music history to become the star that it is today.
The oboe's ancestor was this medieval instrument called the shawm. But back in the 17th century, it got a major glow-up and turned into the oboe we know. By the Baroque era, it was a total superstar. You had composers like Bach writing these epic concertos just for the oboe. And fast forward to today, and you basically can't have a modern orchestra without one.
And inside that orchestra, the oboe has some of the most important jobs. Because its pitch is so steady and clear, the oboe is the one that plays the single tuning note, an A, that the entire 100-person orchestra tunes their instruments to before a concert. No pressure. After that, it gets to play the main melodies, bust out some jaw-dropping solos, and then blend in perfectly to support everyone else. It's a team player and a star soloist all in one.
And it all comes back to that one thing, that tiny, vibrating double reed. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. From something so small, we get one of the most powerful and emotional voices in all of music.
So, the next time you're watching a movie, playing a video game, or maybe even listening to an orchestra, just listen a little closer. Now that you know its secret voice, where do you think you'll hear the oboe pop up next?